The truth about narcissists: how shaming others only adds to their shame. Narcissists are everywhere, and you've probably dealt with one at some point in your life. Whether it was a jealous coworker, an angry boss, a mother bragging about her daughter's recent achievement, or an attractive online date who vanished without a word. Interacting with a narcissist might leave you feeling insecure, used, unworthy, rejected, foolish, or debased. It is theorized that insecure narcissists act incredibly grandiosely as a defense mechanism. They may have issues with self-esteem, be too sensitive to criticism and rejection, and stress out about their relationships and social standing. Hello, guests. Thanks for having me, and please allow me to send a cordial welcome and greetings to everyone here today. What follows is an analysis of a flaw typical of narcissists and an explanation of why overcoming it is crucial. Also, this is the primary way that narcissists, and especially covert narcissists, bring about their own illness. Because of this, the more we excuse and rationalize their actions, the sicker they make us, and the more their way of life harms them. Their ineptitude in the face of opposition and disagreement is their worst flaw. They become accustomed to suppressing a wide range of negative feelings. For the offspring of narcissistic parents, this is a common result. Whenever there's a quarrel at home, whether or not the kid is directly involved, instead of acknowledging the negative, narcissistic parents would act as if nothing had happened. They are unwilling to seek professional help for their child or communicate with their child about how it has affected them because they do not want to appear to be bad parents. By always acting carefree, parents protect their children from the possibility of experiencing emotional pain. This is obviously unhealthy and should be avoided. It's like when your mom or dad told you, "Don't be so hard on yourself. Instead, pick yourself up, grin broadly, and head back out into the world." Repressing bad feelings and avoiding unpleasant issues can have detrimental effects on one's mental and physical health. Since narcissists are the ones who engage in such behavior, both toward themselves and people who are close to or in their care, they are the source of the problem. Why? For them, the only thing that matters is propagating the lie of their fake identity, which shields them temporarily from disgrace and criticism, but can spell their doom in the long term. The covert narcissist, on the other hand, has an extreme need to portray themselves as the selfless hero who puts others' wants and needs ahead of their own. Things become complicated, though, when there is reason to believe they are not who they say they are. When you see through their superficial pleasantness and discover they're truly terrible people. Once you find out how much bitterness and resentment they've been holding in for so long, I can't fathom how they've managed to stay alive this long. Here's where we come in, though. Studies suggest that just having someone to talk to about how you're feeling can improve your health and longevity. In other words, the covert narcissist has a much better chance of living to old age after he or she has found a secure person to abuse and dominate within that person's own territory. Envision a frail, elderly covert narcissist who is kept alive at the expense of others. More so than their covert counterparts, overt narcissists and other publicly toxic people have a far greater survival rate since they are more forthright with their toxic qualities. The covert narcissist would rather pretend to care about others than admit that all they care about is themselves. The barrage of criticism has worn them down. This fatalistic outlook will be their undoing. Covert narcissists frequently resort to this tactic in an attempt to get our pity. They want us to believe a falsehood, so let's not help them. Seeing how they are obviously not what they claim to be, why should we treat them as if they were? They have done an outstanding job of keeping us in the dark about who they really are. Despite being in a never-ending cycle of love bombing and devaluation, we remain silent since we have no idea what to do. Generally, we don't like to share our negative feelings with others. All of the problems in our relationship have festered for far too long. For those on the outside looking in, everything seems to be running smoothly. But a part of us dies every time we do that. Moreover, the longer we stick to this lifestyle, the less likely it is that we will be able to detect it in retrospect. Being in close quarters with a narcissist can be detrimental to your health because you may begin putting the narcissist's needs ahead of your own. It would be detrimental to our health if we gave in to the narcissist's demands. To successfully manipulate others, a narcissist must first identify and then capitalize on our weak spots. A narcissist may find the motivation to keep going in the face of adversity by empathizing with our own sorrow and suffering. They would have no one to abuse and manipulate if we weren't here. To feel better about themselves, they'd require that we be shattered and miserable. The ability to let go of some of the negative feelings they've been suppressing is crucial to their survival. Covert narcissists must go through hell trying to keep up appearances while secretly detesting everyone they come into contact with. You must be exhausted by constantly having to put on a mask and pretend to be someone you're not. This is why I believe they are the cause of the problem. Every narcissist has, by definition. Finally, we can't give in to our own resentment. For the straightforward reason that bitterness can give rise to resentment, and this can occur even if the victim has been away from the narcissist for a very long time, but still harbors vivid memories of the pain and betrayal inflicted by the narcissist. Our mutual animosity and bitterness demand it. If you want to heal and move on, you must let go. Even when we are broken beyond repair because of the narcissist's abuse, they will still love us. If we walk around with resentment and malice, the world will treat us in kind. Not because we feel obligated to feel compassion for their plight, but rather because doing so would just exacerbate the difficulty of our own issues. Negative effects on our psychological, physiological, and spiritual well-being are inevitable. As a result, we must take precautions to safeguard ourselves from narcissists and the distressing feelings that may arise from coming into contact with one. When we can once again anticipate a promising future, we will know that we have exacted our vengeance. Don't wallow in despair. Instead, prove to the narcissist that the fire they extinguished will not merely be restored, but thrive. If you're feeling sad, say so. Try not to act happy if you aren't feeling it. Please be yourself and stop trying to pass for someone else. Recognize the pain you're in and do everything you can to alleviate it. Truth, no matter how painful it may be, must be faced head-on. Just keep being you, and you'll gradually regain your self-confidence and affection. The ability to keep going when things get tough is useful in many contexts. The narcissists among us will not be stopped. Thanks a lot for bearing with us while we figure this out. Sincerely, I hope this has been illuminating to you. Please use the space below to share your thoughts and ask questions. We can't wait to dive into them. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button so you don't miss any of our future uploads. The fact that you're here watching this is really appreciated. Thanks.